Hello. Alright, I'm here. I'm just getting stuff set up because I don't have the best setup for this. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Okay. I think we should be good. Alright, I'll do the, here we go. Boop. And send out the pin. There we go. 50, hello. No, the audio isn't, oh, shoot. I hate when this happens. Sorry, I didn't hear the audio sound because, unfortunately, I keep forgetting that I need to change the monitoring device to be, my headphones, and I don't think it works if I do it while I'm streaming, but it's okay. It is okay. Thank you. Hello, 50. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We have a bit of an impromptu stream going on tonight. I'm kind of feeling like streaming, and I got my new webcam today, so I decided I am going to stream some 3D modeling because I am 3D modeling right now, but I was like, you know what? I could just do a dev stream for fun because I haven't done one in a while. So yeah, we're just gonna do a nice chill dev stream, just chatting while I work on stuff. So not really much more to that. So I don't have much else to really add to that point. Maybe just talk about how things are going and stuff. I can show you guys my new map as well. Purple. See, I didn't hear it, but you guys heard it on the stream, so that's good. At least you guys got to hear it. Sadly, that's because I freaking forgot to change the monitoring device before I started streaming. I just wish it would do it automatically. Ugh, so annoying. Purple. But yeah, not too much really going on for tonight's stream. We're just gonna be relaxing. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly just run a 30-second ad just to get that out of the way for people. So one sec. And as for you guys that don't have to watch ads, I'm doing this just to push back the timer and stuff. Might as well do it to start a stream. Yeah, so I actually got my new webcam as well. I bought a webcam, I think, last week, like at the start of last week, and it was supposed to get here Thursday, last Thursday, but unfortunately it got delayed. So it only just got here today, which I'm happy it got here today, because I was wanting to do a dev stream today, but I didn't want to do it if I couldn't VTube, to be honest, because I wanted to be VTubing while doing it, so... my new webcam came in today. It's pretty good. And I can also use it for some other stuff too. So I'm gonna go ahead and just switch over. So you guys give me 1 second to get like situated here, because my project is like all over the freaking place right now. Alright, and let's get you guys over here. Hello! Whoa, here I am, guys. Hello. Yeah, so I actually got the VTuber avatar set up. I got the the eyes are a little wonky because they do actually have eye tracking. I could probably turn it off if it gets a little too weird. But I did set up this avatar for VTubing, so here I am. I kind of need to adjust some of the settings more because, to be completely honest with you guys, I'm not fully happy with some of the settings. Like, there's some issues where, like, this model particularly has some weird visemes, and it sometimes feels like the visemes aren't matching up with what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but. We don't have to worry about that right now. So we are going to jump right into developing. So I have a lot to show you guys because I've been working pretty continuously for the past couple days. So I have been working on a new map project for a new VR chat map. This is it right here. I'll give you guys a tour in just a minute here. But I have been working on a new VR chat map project for my portfolio because, you know, I may or may not want to do, you know, map commissions sometime in the future here, and I need to make some good maps first. So, you know, I love the Wanderer to death. It's my bread and butter, my baby child. But I need to expand my portfolio to more maps, and I have a few maps that are in the backlog that I want to make. You know, we've got the pizzeria, we've got the VTuber map the other one I was working on, and then this one is an entirely new one that I've been working on since New Year's Day. Actually, been working on it since New Year's Day, and I'm really happy with how it came out so far. So I've been working on it for the past, how many days I've been working on it? Actually, I was doing devlogs on Twitter, so you can actually see how many days it was. I think it's like, I mean, it's the 13th of the month, but I've only worked on it for I think 9 or 10 days, because I work on it on the weekdays. So I usually don't work on it on the weekend. But you know, since it's Monday, you know, work, work, work. Yeah. So this is what I got done so far. So I'm really happy with it. Some of you guys can probably tell, but this is supposed to be it's supposed to be a Japanese style building, if that makes any sense. Also, we got some. Oh wait, no, that's fine. It's supposed to be a Japanese styled building. Oh god, you can see some of my bad topology. Please forgive me for a second while I fix this, because this is gonna drive me nuts. Oh god. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, no, but I am working on a Japanese styled building, basically. It's not 1-to-1. It's not gonna be a perfect representation of a Japanese building because there's only so much I know. I have been looking at references and such. But it is kind of getting there. It's got some flaws that still need to be fixed out. It's still a work in progress, but I can give you guys a little tour. So we can go into blended mode actually. So what we got here is it's a 2-story building. And we've got the entrance right here, which the entrance is very rough. I've not polished it much. It's very basic. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This corner right here pisses me off. I need to like blend the. I don't know how to explain it very well, but like I need to blend this like roof into this ceiling into this ceiling, and maybe have it like come down like that, because right now it just, oh, it doesn't look very good. It really doesn't look good. And then I kind of have these like cylinders on the edges of the maps, but to be honest, I might just get rid of these and replace them with something better, because to be honest, I have found some nice references that look a little better. Oh yeah, okay. So let me know if the music is too loud, by the way. VOD viewers, I'm sorry you guys won't be able to hear the music because I have the tab specifically not record for VODs. So please forgive me. But I have been doing my research. So there's actually quite a bit about Japanese buildings I didn't know about until I started working on this. There's different names for different parts of the building. I'm trying to see if I can remember them off the top of my head. So this entranceway, so you got the steps up into the entrance, followed by a sunken area, and then another step up that leads into the actual building. This is called a genkin, a genkan. It's like the place where you take off your shoes, basically. So you take off your shoes here, and you'd put them like on a shoe rack or something. But basically, the idea is you take off your shoes in this area of the entrance, and then you step up, and then this is the main building. So it's kind of hard to see it with the exterior walls here, but if I get rid of these for a second. So this entire porch here, so these are sliding doors that I just disabled. Like these walls right here are actually meant to be sliding doors. Some of these are like, this is just an actual entranceway here, which I just realized, why is there no wall there? That's weird. Sorry, one sec, please forgive me for a moment while I fix this, because I just noticed there was no face there, which is a little weird. That was not there last time I saw. There we go. But basically what it is that there's this like porch-like area around the entire building, and it's basically the transition between the outside and the inside. Oh, that's my little size reference, by the way. It's called an ingawa. So it's like, yeah, it's like the porch that you would see in like those certain animes and stuff. And it is pretty cool. Sorry, I can't talk. But yeah, no, there's like the sliding doors here, and you would open it and it would take you outside. And as you can see, it's kind of raised on like a foundation. The other area over there looks weird, but we'll get to that in a moment. I have the doors disabled right now, but if I turn them on, you can actually see that they're meant to be like sliding doors. It's kind of hard to oh god, we just went through the wall. It's kind of hard to tell in this mode, but there's actually 2 layers of these because they're meant to be sliding doors. It's not fully done yet because I haven't finalized the arrays and stuff and removed parts that I need to, but it's getting there. Yeah, so this actually we're in the interior right now. This porch on the outside is the Ingawa, this right here. Yeah. And I have 2 different types of walls. I have like the interior walls and the exterior walls that are sliding doors. So yeah, basically the idea is you could walk around the entire porch. It's a little, I'll be honest though, I resized this whole building earlier today because I was testing it in VR a few days ago and it was way too big. You can see my pictures on Twitter if you want to see what I'm talking about, but the building was way too big, so this is the sized down version. I still feel like this hallway is a little bit too thin. I might have to like take the entire side of the building and like stretch it out just a little bit more. But yeah, this whole porch area around is the Engawa. It's the boundary between the outside and the inside. Also, hi Miyazaki. And yeah, then you come inside, and this is the actual interior of the building. Like this is the inside area. I'm still working on this right now because there's some like bottom stuff I have to get rid of. Like I was working on this door right here before I started streaming, so you could tell it's not finished yet. But you can see like there's like the little divots for the sliding doors. So, but anyway, ideally the idea is like these 2 doors would open and it would take you to this little central area. And this is like the interior. This is like an interior room that has a staircase going upstairs. Now I know that looks really low, but it's actually not like in VR. Well, maybe with the resize it is, but it was much lower before. Don't know what I'm gonna do with this room yet, but this is like the central room that leads to the 2nd floor, which we'll get to in a minute. And then you come out to the nice little area, nice little plaza here. Wowee, look at this. So I actually built this area off of a reference, because I think I've talked about it on stream, so I'm okay talking about it here, but I'm kind of building this map for a particular person. There's a specific person I'm building this map for. Not because they asked me, not because I'm being paid, because I want to. And the person in question, I was referencing one of their like backgrounds for their stream to get this area, and that's why this area is modeled pretty detailed, because I was actually going off of a reference. Obviously, it's still a work in progress. I'm not too sure why. Not too sure why there aren't boundaries on top of there. Did I really fuck up something that bad? What is this? All right, give me a second, guys. I gotta fix this. This is gonna bother me. I must have. I think I was like messing with. Oh, I remember. I was messing with the mirror modifier, and I think it got rid of these faces on accident. So let me quickly just fix this real quick. But yeah, no. This project I hope to get done by the end of February. That is my current like deadline for this project. And I think I can reach it because I've been getting a good amount of work done every day. Like I've got all this done in a matter of like 8 to 9 days. I mean, it's been 13 days since New Year's Eve, but I've only been working on the project on weekdays for the most part. So how many, oh God. Oh, I'm in the wall now. How many weekdays has it been of this year? It's been, let me check. 1, 2, 3, 8. It's about 9. So I've worked on this project for maybe like 9 to 10 days so far. So this is about 9 to 10 days worth of work. And we're talking like maybe working like 2 to 3 hours a day. Like not like a full 8 hours a day. More like maybe 1.5 to 3 hours a day, I'd say, is usually my actually fun story. I actually timed it. I've been working on this project today, and before I started streaming, I was actually doing a stopwatch. I stopped the stopwatch at 1 hour and 34 minutes before I started streaming. So I was working on this already for like 1.5 hours today. Just getting more done. But yeah, there's gonna be a koi pond. So the koi pond will come under the building here, and then this will be the little shore where we put a nice little tree. And this is kind of like a nice little hangout area. And then there's like a nice like opening here just to kind of look out into the koi pond, which we don't have it in the Blender scene, but in the Unity scene there is one. So yes, indeed. So this area is basically done, to be honest, aside from like a little bit of polishing. I've been working on these doorways, to be honest, these like little divots here I was working on today, and like redoing some of the doors here. Like these doors, I actually did them today. These ones right here, which it's kind of hard to see, but like these ones right here, I was doing them based off of a reference. Also, please tell me if my audio is if it's hard to hear me when I turn my head. Sorry, I like looking over at the OBS to make sure everything looks fine. So, what else? I'm gonna turn off File Explorer. There we go. Oh yeah, okay. So upstairs. So there is a second floor to this building. Most of the first floor is kind of hallways with the open area, and then we got the one room right here, which this room I'm gonna put like a nice little table that people can sit at. So, all right. So upstairs we have a second floor. So you go upstairs. There's this like weird little like space here. There's a reason I did this. But the idea is like you go up these stairs, and then that's the second floor, and then this is a nice little area that I'm gonna do something with in VR in Unity. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do with this space yet, but I'm glad I have it because I do want to put something there. So we'll put something in this area eventually. But the idea is you can walk up the second stairs, and then you've got a nice little like hallway kind of going on here. This is the border wall. That's the wall. And then these are sliding doors here. Like there will be 3 sliding doors, 3 sliding doors. And then I haven't worked on this room yet because this room is going to be looks like a space for some one-armed bandit machines. I wish I knew what you were referring to. That sounds very interesting. I do not know what I'm going to put in this space. I was thinking because this is going to be a VR chat map, I should just put a pillow fort here. Like just why not? You know, like a pillow fort. But I have not decided, so we will figure that out. So slot machines? I'm not putting slot machines. No. A vending machine maybe, but a slot machine no. I kind of want to put a vending machine in here now. But yeah, though this is the second floor room. I have not worked on this room yet. I still don't know. Oh, and I'm all the way down here. Sorry about that. Sorry, I forgot that if I click right click, it puts me back where I was. But this second floor I've not really fleshed out much yet. Sorry, I'm gonna turn down. Sorry, there we go. Yeah, no, the second floor room I have not polished up yet. I have two more rooms I want to add to this building. I want to add a stage so that the person in question can perform, and then I want to add a bedroom. So I'm thinking that we'll have like right here we'll have another set of sliding doors, so that quadrant becomes a room. And then the rest of this area becomes like the stage. Like there's like a stage on the wall or something or on the corner. And then that could be like the stage area. It doesn't have to be big. So I'm not too sure though. Or I could just leave it open like this because it is kind of cool. I could leave it open like this and get rid of the central pillar. And then you can open these 2 doors to go in there. And that could be kind of cool. I do want to add a bedroom somewhere, but I just don't know where I'd put it though. Because I just don't have the space. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole tour of the place. So I'll zoom out again real quick. Oh yeah, see, I had these like little cylinders here on the roofs, but I kind of didn't like how they turned out, so I'd have them disabled right now. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole building. It's got some flaws. It still has a lot of work to be done. I haven't even touched texturing yet, guys. Oh gosh, don't even start with texturing. Dude, texturing is gonna be such a fun experience. I can't wait. For now, we're gonna keep focusing on what I was doing earlier, actually, which we're gonna save. So we were doing what were we working on? For the exterior doors. Yeah, here we go. So we were working on these interior doors actually, because I was getting rid of the mesh there and replacing it with a little like divot here that makes a little bit more sense. The problem is that the spacing is not uniform for all these places, so unfortunately like that doesn't fit. Like even if I do that, it's like it goes further out. which is kind of a pain. I could probably fix this by just pushing everything forward. Actually, if I... No, that'd be too much. No. Alright guys, here comes the part of the stream where I just rambled to myself as a 3D model. So oh, this is the fun part. Oh yeah, I also got some new add-ons too, for Blender. I haven't been using them yet, but oh wait, I gotta do the thing right. There we go. So I have some new add-ons that actually unify some of the like windows together, so I can customize my little tabs over here. So I've got like a tab for normals. I've got robust weight transfer, which I haven't used yet. I've got the UV tab, which is all of my my like tools I use for stuff. Like texel density is for, you know, making sure the densities are all fine, and the next atlas is for light maps. I actually don't have that many tools. Dream UV I haven't had a chance to use very well. So yeah. All right, let's see if we can fix this. I think I'm going to fix this by extending the door a little bit so that it fits this, because... Okay, so we want to get rid of this. We want to get rid of this. Yeah, actually what we're doing is we're getting rid of these little divots here that I made, because I'd rather just have them be a separate mesh from the main building. So I have to kind of go in and just surgically remove them. So we're just going to do that real quick here. A little bit of time-consuming work, but it's worth it. You know? Get some dumb holes in here, you know. There we go. I did these like early, I think a few days ago, and I thought they were okay, but now that I looked at more references, I kind of want to do it differently, so I have to go I have to go correct my own mistakes. So yeah, we've got like a weird thing going on here. Which actually, what is that? Oh, it's okay. So if I delete this, is this going to break anything? Don't look like it. Okay. All right, let's fill in this space. Yeah, so I just want to leave it like that, and then I could put the thing over top of it. So cleaning up my own topology can be fun. Like, I do find enjoyment in cleaning up topology. I even have a little tool here called Retopo Flow, which is more for like high poly models. Emic, hello. Oh my god, I don't know if that caught on the mic. I think I was a little too high pitched there. Hello, Emic. Welcome to boring dev stream with Wildclaw. I see 3D models. His new project. I'm working on a Japanese style of the house. Let me get the exterior. There you go. Yeah, it's coming along. It's coming along pretty good so far. Since I only started working on this New Year's Day, so it's been on the weekday. So it's been like what, 9 days. So. Oh yeah, also I got my new webcam, so I'm able to VTube again, as you can see, and I set up my Noah model in Warudo. So kind of need to look into more settings for Warudo to get more expressive. Like, it'd be cool if I could move my jaw and you guys could see it. That'd be kind of cool, but you know. Is this a super hype dev stream? Yeah, it is a super hype dev stream. The absolute banger of a stream, best content Wildclaw has to offer. Absolute mind-boggling and maybe mind-numbing content that you're looking for. I'm just cleaning up some vertices right now. Isn't that the fun? I'm actually correcting my own mistake actually here, because I shouldn't have done this way, and now that I did, I have to go fix it. So oh no, I'm sorry. Okay, so I can't actually hear the sound effects because unfortunately I forgot to change the audio source when I started streaming. So I will pretend I heard the vine boom. Oh, that's spooky. Thank you for the vine boom. Got him. There we go. Oh man. Especially in the early stages of a project, I do get very sloppy with the topology at times. It's definitely a bit of a weakness of mine, I would say. Yeah, you guys can still hear the sound effects, but I can't, unfortunately, because my monitoring device was set to my VR headset, and even if I change it midstream, it doesn't like reflect that change, so it kind of sucks. So there we go. I gotta do that for a few more of these, actually. I could technically mirror this whole thing and just not have to touch it again, but there's some fun in that. We got one more. Oh, we got some knife topology. Oh god, we got some knife topology that happened here. Wait, I gotta fix this. This is a result of me accidentally cutting certain things with a knife without realizing I was cutting it. So we'll just dissolve these edges and get them out of the way. Because we don't want dirty topology like that. Yeah, we don't want that. Okay. Yes, sir. You know, I would like to. I mean, I would like to get back into desktop streaming, but man, I just have a hard time like motivating myself to do it a lot of the time. Like there's times where I'm just like working on this, and then I'll finish and I'll just go like casually watch a video and game, and I'm just like, I don't really feel like being a streamer today, you know. I don't really feel like doing that. I should try to do a more consistent schedule, but I also just don't know what to stream, unfortunately. I like streaming the dev stuff though, because it's fun to just chat and yap with you guys while we're deving, while we're streaming, you know, while I'm working on this stuff. I do have games I could play. I just should get around to it. Like I got Green Hell. Ooh, Green Hell is a good game. I was gifted that by a friend of mine. And I should go play it. I probably will go play it eventually. I'm not sure if I'll stream it, but I will play it eventually because Green Hell is one of those survival games that was on my radar for a while, and my friend gifted it for me for my I think it was for my birthday or Christmas. I don't remember. So I want to go play it because it's one of those survival games I've not touched yet, and I am a stickler for my survival games. I do like them. Oh, did I click the wrong thing? Yes, I did. Okay. Wait, what is that? Oh god, what's happening here? Oh, it's because it's a separate. Ah, I see. Never mind. Okay. Hey, Green Hill. Uh, is it a separate purchase for VR? Because I was gifted like the normal Green Hell. I wasn't gifted like anything. If there's like a separate download for VR, I didn't get the VR one. I do know of it though, and it looks pretty fun. Sadly, I have not been a VR gamer in a while. I'll have moments where I get really sucked into a VR game, like Deep Rock Galactic VR. Also, what is going on here? God. Okay, which one of you is misaligned? Are you misaligned? No, you're misaligned. There we go. I'm in your walls. Yeah, I'll check my posture. Oh, that's me up there. Whoa, look at that guy. I forgot about that. One sec. Oh, they're purchased separately? Ah. They should just do what the Forest did, where it's like an official it's like part of the base game. It's just if you start the game with a headset on, it could be VR. Don't do people, devs shouldn't do what Skyrim did and make their games like separate purchases. No, come on. Ah. I mean, I'll probably still get the VR one if I like it enough. Because VR can be very fun sometimes, I will say. Okay, there you go. I corrected my mistake, so that's fixed now. We still have the outside area to fix, but I think I might leave that as it is. I'm not too sure yet, though. But we will see. Okay, so what we're doing is we're getting these like fitted with these. Oh, excuse me. Actually, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna see if. Here, give me this. I do feel kind of bad because I'm not making the door sizes consistent, but I want them to at least like fit, you know? So we're gonna just quickly move this on the y-axis just a little bit, just to fit it in here. There we go. Perfect. Yep, so that fits. That's the interior door. And then it's got its nice little frame on the bottom. So what we can do, just to simplify this process, is we just take this and just duplicate it, and then we're gonna rotate it. There we go. And we're gonna get sloppy with it for a second, but just gonna quickly slap that, like snapping it, bring it over a little bit. Side spacing is gonna be weird because this pillar is fucking massive. It's a huge pillar, actually. I probably should make it smaller. Yeah, that's about right there, I would say. Yeah, there you go. Now, are you too big or are you too small? I think you might be the perfect size, actually. I just gotta dump. Ah, okay. So you fit perfectly. Okay, perfect. Awesome. I just need to take the top and the bottom and actually, yeah, just kind of move it like this. There you go. Perfect. Oh yeah, and the way I have these doors set up is that there's like two slots because it's two frames of a door, as you can see. It's like the mirror modifier. The idea is a lot of these doors are meant to be slid open. Now, I haven't finalized it yet to where it actually, like, I have a prefab that I can use from Melon that is a sliding door prefab. So for some of these doors, you'll actually be able to slide them open by grabbing them. But I haven't finalized that yet. It's still going to be like 2 layers until I actually remove one of the layers. It's a little hard to explain because I suck at explaining things. Okay, and then this area is open because I just want to leave that open. Then we copy paste this and slap that baby right there. And there you go. Oh, perfect. Yeah, see, what's the timeline? What's the roadmap for this map? That's a good question. So I think I've said this already, but I want to get this done by the end of February. I'm not really one for like setting myself deadlines, but in this particular case, I am setting myself a deadline because I need to get into that mindset if I decide to take map commissions where, like, okay, I'm doing a map commission for someone. They're telling me they want it done by this date. Then it's like, okay, bet. And the idea is like, okay, now I need to also, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have it border right there cuz we might do that. That looks a little better. But the idea is like I'm trying to get myself into the mindset of having like a schedule for getting a map out, because if I take a commission from someone, they're going to probably want it out within like a certain time frame, like maybe 2 months. 2 or 3 months is you. By the way, guys, sorry. This is my PSA to you guys. If you ever decide to commission someone for a map, a VRChat map from scratch, you should give them at least 2 to 3 months. Don't say 1 month. Don't say 3 weeks. Don't say 2 weeks. Got to be at least 2 months. You want a quality product. I don't care how fast someone works. If you want a quality product, a quality product, you gotta the map developer's got to have at least like 2 to 3 months to work on it. And I'm speaking from experience in terms of working on some maps. So, like, there's no way I could get something going in 2 weeks. Like, unless I'm sitting there freaking chugging Diet Mountain Dews and fucking caffeine pills and staying up all night working on this map with my eyes bulging out of my head, I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, so don't do 2 weeks. Don't do 3 weeks. A month minimum, maybe. I would still say 2 months is 2 months and above is usually the good metric. So now, there's probably people out there that are exceptionally skilled at what they do, and they can get a map done in that time frame. And I say, power to them. That's fucking amazing. That's freaking phenomenal. You're crazy, in a good way. But I'm not those people. So I'll just admit, I'll be the first to admit that I am not based. I am not based. I am cringe. So, sorry, that was my little rant there about map commissions. Honestly, I need to look into getting some stuff set up for that. Actually, there's a website called I think it's called cards.co. I've seen some artists use it for their portfolio. It's like the thing where it's like basically making your own website, except it's easy, and it's like it's apparently it's just really good for showing off like a portfolio, from what I've seen people using it for. So I might look into getting that set up. I think that would be a good idea. Because if I have a nice place where I could post like a nice central place that people could go to look at screenshots of the stuff I've made, I think that would be very good. Very, very good. Okay, there you go. Wow, that looks pretty good, actually. How does that look? See, it looks fine from this side, but then you go on this side and it's kind of like an indent, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'd have to make these pillars smaller, but then I'd have to like make everything smaller. I'm gonna leave it like this because I think it's okay. But it is gonna bother me, I think, for a bit. The actual door models look fine themselves. I haven't actually fully modeled what it is because the screen's gonna be interesting. Like the ones on the outside here, the ones on the outside here kind of already have a model going on for them, as you can see with the little topology. But they've got like the upper area, and then they've got like an indent, and then they've got the bottom area. I was going off of a reference I saw. Oh yeah. By the way, guys, this is a size reference. This is about as tall as my current model in VR chat. So if you kind of want a size reference for how big this is, like there you go. I think it's okay. It looks like okay. Here's the thing, right? With modeling in Blender like this, it's very deceptive how big things are. The only real way I can get a true reference of scale is to be like in VR and looking at it. Because this kind of looks really small to me, but in reality, this hallway is actually pretty decent. So I'll have to check it out in VR again when I get the chance. Okay, so the door frames are kind of good to go. That's good. We even got the top frame as well. I might do the same thing I did for that one for these ones, where like it comes out to the edge, but then it's like indented on the inside, because I think that would just look a little better. Yeah, we'll do that. That's a good idea. You guys are so smart. Hashtag for real. Oh man. Well, while we're here, what's been going on with you guys? Things been going pretty good on your guys' end? Nothing too crazy happening since New Year's? It's been pretty average for me. I haven't really had too much happening. Just been applying to jobs and stuff again. Actually, now that I got my webcam, I can actually pursue an application that was accepted because they wanted me to do like this weird assessment, but I needed to have a webcam to do it. And I couldn't do it until I got my webcam, so I got that today finally. So oh man, I don't even want to. I just gonna like talk about how I hate that jobs have like those weird assessments you have to do. Usually, it's like, oh, we want you to go complete this assessment so we can get like an idea of you before we interview you. And I'm like, okay, well, why don't you just interview me, and then get an idea of me, and then decide if you want to hire me? I'd rather you just interview me because at least then I'll be like, wow, I'm actually talking to a real person. This is awesome. But hey, listen, I'm gonna do it anyway because I'm not gonna complain. Because money. Then again, I could just focus on the map commission stuff, which I mean, hey, don't get me wrong, guys. I do have faith it's gonna work out, but it would be nice to get some money coming in. You know what I mean? So maybe you guys should start donating, like right now. No, 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 no. I'm not. I shouldn't say stuff like that because it's gonna be like a soundbite that someone uses. Oh god. Oh, the day I start begging for money is the day you know I fucked up. Oh man, that's crazy. Okay, that looks pretty good so far. God, what did I need to do? We had to resize the building, which we did. I gotta work on the second floor some more, definitely. We were correcting some of the doors here, which also worked out pretty good. We need to work on the roof, which I think the roof I'm just going to primarily texture. I'm not gonna go too crazy with it. Actually, speaking of the roof, I'm wondering if I just had this idea. Let's disable this for a second. You see these like little doodads here? Wait, are these sorry, one sec. I gotta select all of them apparently because they're all separate. Yeah, the roof has been bothering me. It's kind of difficult to do a Japanese roof, getting it right. I look at so many references and I'm just like, is that how that works? Maybe I could do something like this, maybe? That looks kind of weird, though. I'll be honest with you. Having it, like, come off of the bottom like that. I mean, it could work. Go here. How about I do... Ah, shoot. Okay, wait. No. How do I get you to extrude out from the face? Because you're not going the way I want you to. Shouldn't you be following the normal? I remember there being a way to do this. I think it's... I see, because it's extruding out that way. No, it's because I think the edge is like rotated very slightly. I'm gonna have to redo this whole thing, I think. I'm doing this real quick just to see what it looks like, to be honest. I'm probably gonna redo it anyway. I mean, that could work, honestly. Just something really basic like that. Like, because I need there to be like a divide between the corner, because it'll look weird in the texture if like it doesn't have some sort of divide. So I think we might just stick with like this. So that might be a good idea. It's hard to say though. Like I'm trying not to get too detailed with it. But I also want it to look presentable. The thing is, it's very deceptive in Blender. Like it kind of looks shitty right now, but I imagine if you put a texture on it and you unwrapped it properly and then you put it into Unity with the rest of the environment stuff, it'll probably look fine. And hell, I could even do some shenanigans where, yeah, like for instance, if I do, I could delete these, I could dissolve these two edges. I dissolve these two edges, and then what I could do, when I was just sales with some brief horror map explaining this. Ooh, you were Sporks. Oh, okay. I hope Sporks is doing okay. Horror maps, you say? What kind of horror maps? Which ones, I guess, is a more of an appropriate question. Very interesting. I haven't heard from Sporks in a while. I heard they're doing pretty okay, though. Oh, that looks really bad, though. Ugh. Wait. I think I need, like, one more cut in the middle, maybe? And it's just like that looks horrible. We're not gonna do that. I'll delete that for now because I'm gonna replace it anyway. Gotta delete all these anyway. Yeah. We might as well work on that now, to be honest. Oh man, yeah. Speaking of fucking horror maps, is and still getting back into swing of things, so the horror map plans got rather delayed. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, speaking of horror maps, like I still have our horror map we worked on. It's basically done. There's like one bug that I'm worried about causing issues that might be game breaking, but I think at this point it's basically good to go to make public. I just haven't sat down to organize the public release yet. But it is basically done, and I hope I want to get it out sometime this month if I can. Because we were working on that pretty much the half last year, and you know I don't want to just let it sit and rot. So I do actually want to get that done, get that like out there. We did a pretty okay job on it. It's not perfect, but I think we did what we could. So we did a good job. I don't want to demean. I don't want to I don't want to hold down like their work or anything. They did a phenomenal job, everyone on the team. So it was pretty good work they did. So I wouldn't have been able to do it without them. So they did a great job. But you know, when New Year's came around, I told them like, yeah, once New Year's hits, I'm gonna be focusing on the new project, and we're basically done. So basically, I'll just get around to like getting the map public and getting it out there, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So it's on the tail end of what October Spooky Month plans. Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense if they're trying to catch up on Spooks Month stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't do too much. I think the only thing I did in October was Prey, I think, actually, if I remember correctly. Gosh. Oh, and that's the wrong tab. Oh yeah, here comes the hard part is trying to rotate this. We're gonna do actually wait, I have a way to tell how angled this edge is, right? Where's the option at? I know I have an option here. Where is it? There's an option. Oh, here we go. 36. That 36, right? 36, yeah. Okay. You can actually use these like measurements to tell what the length and the angle is. So 36, so that's going to need to be not exactly 36, but close enough. So, yeah, see, cuz it looks like it's way too angled now, which is kind of annoying. Ugh. Okay, turn off snapping. Didn't hit many maps. The main was Haunted Asylum. Oh yeah, no, okay. So I remember I actually did do some of the horror maps in VR chat. I did do some of the spooktality stuff. I think I did it mainly with Sam, and I think I remember because I was showing him the our horror map that we were working on. That's what I remember. Because I was like, okay, sneak peek to Sam and such. So that's a good idea. Sorry, I'm trying to like. God, I hate that. I, I hate that like it's hard to get this stuff like accurately aligned. I wish I had a better way of doing this, but they were also quest friendly. Yeah. With our horror map, if I'm gonna make it like once if I know that we're not gonna be updating it anytime soon, I might sit down and try and make it quest compatible. Because I think for quest compatibility, all we have to do is switch the build target to Android, and then we just swap out the shaders, I think. And then obviously we can compress some of the file size with like audio and stuff, but it should be quest compatible ideally. Um, even with like our current metric and stuff. So I wanted to make it quest compatible because I know a lot of people, are quest people. Like I know like a huge portion of VRChat's player base is quest people, and like we talk about not liking the quest kitties and stuff, and I think most people are inclined to agree. But you also can't deny that there are plenty of actual like adults on VR chat who are quest only for a variety of reasons, and like can't deny that fact. So that's kind of why like it's always a good idea. I hate that this side is like not centered. God damn it. Yeah, but that's why it's always good to try and make it quest compatible, because there are plenty of people who are aren't kids who are quest only. So it's definitely worth the effort if you can. And also it's just like, since it's such a huge part of the player base, like it's also for getting the numbers up too if you're into that kind of stuff. I mean, like getting the player numbers up. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Please tell me that's actually centered. Yes, perfect. Okay. Sorry, I was just getting those set back up. I personally kind of don't like how that looks, but it's the best I can do right now. And I still need to put some kind of Oh, I think it's because they're too big. That's why. Whoa. Oh, wait. Negative 0.05. There we go. So I was trying to correct this real quick. There we go. Ah, shoot. Wait. Is that too small? That might be too small actually. Ah, just fucking leave it. That's fine. There we go. We'll just leave it that big. That's okay. One funny thing is that they had started off with gathering just in the PvP world. PvP world, amazing. Yeah. I know for a fact. God, I still need to do bullet time agent. It's like I suck at just getting on VR chat and doing shit. Like a lot of the time with VR chat for me, it's always like a scheduled thing. Like, oh, I'm getting on at this time to hang out with people or whatever. Like, I don't just get on and do stuff, right? Because usually I'm doing stuff like this, where I'm like sitting down and 3D modeling and working and such. And then if I wasn't doing this, I'd be playing Marvel Rivals right now. Because by the way, I did get in the Marvel Rivals yesterday. I finally started playing it. Very fun. I was playing FLC in them. Very fun. It was very fun. It's just like very goofy. I loved it. I could see why it's so popular. It's all I could say. It's like it's got that vibe where people wanted to people wanted to play Overwatch, but they didn't want to play Overwatch. If you know what I mean. Like they wanted to play a Overwatch like game, but they didn't want to play Overwatch, which is justified because Overwatch has done some pretty stupid stuff. Also, I'm gonna get rid of these because these look terrible. So I completely understand people not wanting to play Overwatch. I mean, I played Overwatch and I still kind of enjoyed it. Like the game itself is pretty fun, all things considered. Uh, but it can get kind of sweaty at times. I think with Marvel Rivals, I don't get very sweaty. Like, then again, I don't play comp first off, so I don't get sweaty because of that. But I think ever since I tried Overwatch comp, like competitive, I've noticed that I just don't get frustrated or sweaty when I play quick play games anymore. Like I'm so mellow when I play quick play games now. Because I've just realized like uh there's no point in being sweaty about that kind of stuff because at the end of the day it's just like, you know what I mean? Like there's no point. Also, how am I gonna fix this roof being weird? God. I'm trying to make it like this see like this whole thing is kind of just attached to it and I kind of need it to maybe not be like that. Um but I'm not sure how to really cut into that very properly. It's just one of the issues with the 3D modeling because I want it to be like a corner piece like right here, like this. But with how I merged it like the wall comes in and then there's not like this building here doesn't have like the space it has like here. Um because to do that I would need to push in the wall a bit more to give it a little bit more space. Which might be worth doing. Because that might be what I'm missing. Is like maybe this wall needs to be like pushed in more. So maybe what I need to do instead is okay. First off, not do well. Maybe do this, but actually, what we need to do is select this whole edge. There we go. So maybe do something like this where we push it in some more, and that gives it a bit more undergirth. Yeah, a bit more girth on the bottom. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this is actually what I need to do. The problem is, I could do it like this, but then I need to push the whole building out. Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. That's fine. So we do this, which gives that enough space on the bottom area there. And then what we do here is we select this, and then we push it back out to here, like right about here. Yeah, there we go. And now that should give it the extra ceiling room that it needs to look a little bit more proper. And the only issue here is I want there to be a seam cut going here that's like the edge, like a cut right here. But that's going to be difficult because I have to actually, oh gosh. Well, I guess I could just like I could do this. That's gonna look ugly though. Yeah, because it would need to be. Sorry, one sec. I'm like quickly concentrating. Yeah, it would need to be like that, which is really high. Which is like a little bit too high, I would say. Yeah, so basically like this edge and this edge have to like merge in the center, but that's gonna require like, oh my god. Oh jeez. I feel like I can make that work. I feel like it had to be something like this. So I'm doing like surgery right now. Yeah, so basically this whole edge would have to actually it would be like that. Yeah, here we go. And then that like that seam there, like this right here would be the divot up. Okay. Okay, we're on to something. I have to do that on both sides though, because I don't have this mirrored properly, which is kind of annoying actually now that I think about it. Ah, fuck. Okay, if I can't mirror this right now, actually wait, how big is this roof? I should just be able to mirror this, right? Yeah, I should just mirror this. I don't know why I'm not doing that right now. Wait. All right, guys, give me a second. We're gonna we're gonna try and mirror this without breaking the whole thing. There we go. Now, is that too bad? Is that actually horrible? Let's find out. No, it looks pretty okay. Nope, nothing's out of place. That's good. Township terror PvP? Cause death on touch? Ah, I see. I see. Spooky. Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm doing like freaking surgery right now, so yeah, because what I'm gonna do is we're gonna take away all these faces. So get rid of that. So there's no more faces there. And there's a gap right there. Okay, that's fine. So we wanna do that. There we go. Okay. So now I've got the starts of what we want. And what is this gap right here? Oh, that's the wall itself. Okay. I'm gonna delete you for a second. I'm gonna delete you for a second. I'm gonna delete you for a second because I need those gone. Okay, how are we gonna do this? So are you the actual centerpiece? Okay. Where are we dropping this stuff at? Okay. Is this what we need? God, the topology is all over the place. Maybe. This might be what we need. It's gonna be very fucking messy, and I might have to redo this whole thing. Here, question. Give me this. I need to take this, subdivide it, and then I need to bring it down here. Oh god, it's gonna be so messy, guys. I'm so sorry. There we go. So like something like that was like a cut there. I still don't like how that kind of looks, but it's definitely a little bit better than you know. Now the problem is I have to take this whole thing and just yeah, quickly just get rid of the center part so it's not in the side the actual building. Ah, sigh. The labors of map making, if you guys are curious, this is how it goes usually. Okay. It's gonna look so weird though. It's like I want the because like that's the corner of the building right there, but I actually want this corner to go into that corner. So it would need to be something more like it would need to be something like that, but that kind of looks horrible. See, I think it's like okay, I think what it is that like this needs to be there, but then like all of this needs to shift as well. Yeah, see, like it'd need to be more like this, but I wouldn't be able to move this. I need to be able to only move like here. Like if I do that, right? But the problem is it connects to that edge though, so it's kind of fuck. I hate how complicated this topology is. Here, get rid of this vertice for a second. We don't want that. Now we do because it actually covers it up though. Ah, this is a this is the downside of having a weird topology like this. I think what I should have done is I should have based it off of like this building right here. So like that's the corner bit, and then it comes out. But in reality, it's like I don't want the corner bit to be like that. I want it to be more like I think to be honest, I'd rather have it more like actually wait, here. Turn this back on, right? And go here, and crip here. So I want okay, give it to this vertice. So like I think what I actually want is I want it to be more like this. Um so we want the corner of the building to be like right here, and then we just want to have this section like cover that space. Uh so we want to compensate for that space. So that's what we want right here, and then we just have to cover in the rest of this area. Um which is going to be a nightmare. First off, let's get rid of these two faces because we don't need those. I hope I didn't just freaking destroy my model by doing that. No, okay, we're good. So how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this, guys? Okay, well, first off, this vertice needs to come back over here because it's meant to be aligned right here. What are you connected to? Get rid of you. Okay, get rid of all that for a second. Let's just see what we got to work with. Well, that just completely destroyed that. Okay. Oh, I see. No, don't merge that. So why is this vertice so important? Oh, okay, because it's connected to. Oh, okay, that's not that bad of a correction actually. That's literally just. Ah, I see. That's literally just taking this and this and just going like this. There we go. Oh god. Oh, tedious work, guys. I'm glad I'm streaming it though. It really helps me motivate. Okay, so now we still have a dilemma here. This face we can get rid of. And now we need to fill in this gap by having the edge come out to here. So really, I just need like... Really, I just need to... I'll be honest, I think like... What I actually need to do is just take this whole edge right here. Oh, how am I going to do this? Sorry, I'm trying to remember how to do this. Really just come up to like that, basically. Actually, wait, where's this edge? So this needs to come up to here. There we go. Perfect. Now that's gonna look a little weird, and that's because I need to raise the whole top bit of this, actually. Yeah, I would need to raise... Actually, why would I need to raise that, actually? God, I'm already confusing myself, folks. There we go. Yeah, but the problem with this is just like... So why in the freaking heck does this wall have like 20 different things going on here? I don't need those edge loops. I don't need this edge loop. This can go back down here. Actually, no, it can't. Okay. The problem is that it makes this whole set look too low, I think. So I'd have to like... see, how do I fix that? How do I fix this? Oh my gosh. Oh, but that's gonna look so weird though. Hmm. God, this is tedious. No, no, keep that, keep that. Like, I want this to be aligned, but then that means that it's gonna look weird. Why is it like... Ah! I might as well just throw this whole front building out and redo it at this point. God. Oh, it's so annoying. I think I might just do that. I'm getting kind of sick and tired of trying to work around this building. Yeah, here. Okay. We're gonna hide it for now, but here's what we're gonna do. No, because I already feel like I've done enough work on this that it's worth salvaging it. Because I just need to... Come on. There we go. Oh, and there's a little linked here. I'm sorry if I'm not talking about interesting stuff. I am, like, in the zone right now. There we go. Have something like that. No, actually, no, what I should do is not do it based on this. I should do it based on the actual building itself. So get rid of that. It should be this building I do it based off of. So actually what we want to do is we take... Yeah, so we have this, right? So now we just need to take this, and then we just need to... There you go. Just do something like that, and then we'll cover it up later. Perfect. So that's like the fit, which I still don't like how that looks because I want the curve to go up, but then... Well, that wouldn't really matter, I guess, anyway. Yeah, it wouldn't really matter. But we still have this issue, though. Fuck's sake. Like, it's gonna look bad no matter what because of these, like, vertices here. Here, get rid of this for a second. What does this do? The problem is, like, this comes up too high, so it needs to be lower. But then lowering it would mean it wouldn't hit that same cap. How did I do it for the other building? The only thing I can think of is, like... The only thing I can think of is, like, doing this. But then that means... God, this is really bad. Oh my gosh. Oh, jeez. I should just redo this. I really should. This is really, really bad. But I also really don't want to have to go through all this again. Yes, to do that. Okay. Problem, so I need this edge to be aligned with this edge so that the angle is the same for both of these, which is fair. But then how do I fix it to where it looks inset? Because I can't raise this up. Maybe I should just redo this whole fucking thing, huh? It might be worth doing that. No, but then I don't. But I don't feel like going through all that work. It's gonna be so annoying. Worth it? Yeah, but annoying. Yep. Uh, I'm trying to put like a fucking tumor on the front of this building. That's the problem. Okay, here. So take. And then we'll cover that up. So that's fine. And hopefully, and the idea is. I think the thing is this roof on this side doesn't, well, it does have a bottom though. I just hate how this, like, one part looks because it looks so bad. Like it needs to be aligned with that, which in turn, like if I do it like this, it would be flat, which wouldn't look as good. So we wanted to have a bit of a, I think like, okay, maybe I can get away by just making it look a little less rigid. So like not as much. But then can I actually get away with that? Because if I do this, wouldn't that open it up? Yeah, see, it would open it up. Now I could cover that up with a wooden pillar, but that would be a flaw in the geometry. But no one's gonna notice that. Teehee. Uh, so we might just leave it like this, and then we just quickly correct our little mistakes here. Well, 3D modeling is all about shortcuts and such, so it's shouldn't be too surprising of a move. The only problem here is I need to. Okay, so then we do. Can I get a? That's gonna look bad, but it's okay. Oh gosh, I think we're gonna leave it like this, because as long as I have this like corner bit, and then I could put like a little pillar there, I think that should cover it up. I think what I'll probably do is just raise that just a little bit. Um, just like that, and then the rest of it will probably get covered up decently well. Um, and then that should be fine, I would say. I say with some confidence. And then we'll kind of like copy the geometry over, and then that should cover the rest of the flaws. So what we'll do is we'll take like this, and then just kind of now quickly. Oh, you're not mirrored. That's why. Okay, I'll fix that in a second. Now we just quickly do something like this, where we God damn it, get rid of this for a second. Where we do something like this, where we just quickly like bring it in and cover up the little mistakes here. So now you can't see anything. So now it just looks like okay, like decently okay, not perfect, but it's like okay. Um, and then we mirror this. That's not geometry node. We mirror it. So now that goes over here. Now the problem is these little pipes here are not centered properly. Also, I think we need to extrude this out just a little bit more. Oh, there we go. And dissolve. Yeah, that's going to cover up that issue. This is a problem, though, which I should be able to fix this just by, I think, move it over a little bit. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. Is it perfect? Nope. Is it passable? Kinda. Hey, look, it's all about taking shortcuts while keeping the quality, and this is kind of a shortcut. Now, the only problem that's irritating me is we're gonna kind of cheat a little bit here. So we're gonna have this that go there, but then we'll have it to where like it curves up at the very last second. Yeah, like that. There you go. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. And then for this wall, we will fill in this space as well. Shoot. Gotta remember to turn off snapping, because yeah. Also, we still have it set to local. Whoops. So we should just be able to go. Oh shoot! God dang it! Gosh darn it! Uh, linked. Actually, we'll do it on this side because that's better. I want to do -90. Okay, all right. You guys know what I mean when I said this was boring as hell. There you go. Welcome to 3D modeling. Um, it's like in the middle, right? Yeah, right about in the middle. Perfecto. Oh, and we're still little face here that we got to get back in here. There we go. Oh, is that just like not flipped properly? There we go. It was just not flipped. Now we are going to delete the face, and then we're going to check and make sure it isn't a current face there, because I did just accidentally fat finger that. There we go. Oh, right. It's because there's no, right. Actually, we do want to. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. You'll see why I'm doing this in a second. So we need to take subdivide, and then this point last. There you go. Perfect. So now there should be like a nice definitive edge there. I'm a little confused as to why the shading on this is a little bit off, but I will just actually wait. Why is that like that? That's so weird. Okay, I don't know what's going on there, but if I select the edge, is there like a different edge there? Oh god, it's gonna irritate me. Ah, whatever. Oh, let me save real quick, guys, because if you don't save, you're gonna lose your progress, and then you're gonna be all icky and not happy. Okay. Let's see, this needs to be a little bit thicker on the bottom, just by a little bit. And we just need to take this and oh shoot, not close enough. Boop. And then we want to go in here, and we want to go. Oh well, I said that, and then it didn't work. Also, I smell noodles. I think my family is cooking noodles. I love noodles. Yeah, here we go. It's like it's not perfect, but it's like passable, you know what I mean? Oh, and I think I need to push this forward a bit more too, actually, because to be quite frank, I don't think this is pushed forward enough. Yeah, there we go. Now I noticed that no, they're aligned. Never mind. Yeah. Sorry, one sec, and then yeah, we'll just do this preemptively. Yeah, I kind of glad we were working on this front area, because the front area was really kind of getting to me. Like I didn't like how it looked. Um, so I'm kind of glad we sat down and like fleshed it out a little bit. Um, yeah, as for this, yeah, there you go. Be something like this, but then we're gonna have to. First off, we're gonna have to probably get rid of the bottom bottom face here, because that is definitely not necessary, I think. It could be, but we'll see. And then we'll just quickly put in an edge here that makes it come out to right about here. You guys probably might be wondering, like, how do you find entertainment from doing stuff like this? Because it is kind of boring. Like, it seems like it can get very boring. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, if I was not streaming right now, I would be getting distracted every like 5 minutes. Like very much, I have an issue where I'll work on stuff for just a little bit, and then like my brain will just get like hella distracted by something, and then I'll just go do that, and then it's just like a repeated cycle. Um, I keep thinking of that one clip of the kid that was like playing on two iPads at once and just going between each one of them maybe like 5 to 10 seconds. That's me, except with like project work and just like lolling about. Um, very, very much. I do get distracted from time to time. Um, so it's not like I'm constantly like in the zone or anything when I'm working on projects. Like very much like I will be distracted and I will be just chilling. And I do take breaks. When I'm streaming like this, though, I get much more motivated to just keep going, which is kind of a good thing. I decided to stream this because, man, this is very cumbersome, but definitely worth doing. Um, yeah, very worth doing indeed, even if it's like not fun. So, ooh, you gotta do something. You gotta start somewhere. So, yeah, distracted. I think like I'll notice some I'll have some days where I just don't want to work on anything. Okay, like Wednesdays and Fridays are days that like I don't get a lot of work done because I wake up and then I'm like, oh, I got to do innkeeping and bartending tonight. So rather than working on stuff, I'll just kind of relax and then be prepared for bartending and innkeeping that night. Um, but on like other days, I'll usually get work done and then be done by the end of by like I'll be usually be finished by like 7 p.m., which is what it is now. We're gonna keep going for like maybe another 30 minutes to an hour, and then we'll stop. Um, but yeah, no, I'll usually try to stop working by like 8. Depends on how late in the day I wake up. If I wake up like way like okay, here's the thing, right? So if I wake up way too late in the day, there's a pretty good chance that I won't get much work done because I will just be not motivated. I'll just be like, oh, there goes my whole day. I might as well just go relax. But I've had moments where like I think that, and then like I'll just be working on stuff at like 3 a.m. in the morning, based on like what my current sleep schedule at the time is. So it all depends. It all depends. Does depend. But I've definitely had moments like that where I'm just like out of it. So I think the most important thing when you're working on stuff like this is not to force yourself. Um, if you're really feeling the burnout, which burnout is the most severe case, but if you're really feeling that urge of like I just don't want to do this right now, just take a break. Just like maybe step away for like an hour. Just kind of go relax, maybe rethink it, and come back to it when you're a bit more refreshed. I've had that happen multiple times. I'll be like, I don't want to work on this, so I step away for like an hour. I'll go watch a video, maybe try and play a game or something. Usually, I just go watch videos, um, and then yeah, like and then like I'll usually get motivated to work on stuff again later in the day, and then I'll just go ham on it. Yeah. Now, obviously, for some people that might not be possible, which is, I understand. Some people might have much more severe issues, and I can I do express my sympathy if you do have issues like that. Uh, it is quite the pain in the butt to do, so I do understand. There we go. I think for me, I just derive a lot of enjoyment from working on stuff like this. Like the end product of having a map to show people is very fun to me. and I like that so much that I'm willing to work on stuff like this. And I guess I kind of like just bringing stuff to life. You know, it's very interesting to just sit down and really kind of just bring this a thing to life. I mean, I could get into animation and do stuff like that too. I just haven't, but it is definitely a very fun feeling. Um, Even if it's like a very long payoff, because it's definitely like stuff like this is very much a long term investment. Like it's not like short term where you get something and something really quick and then that's it. Like this is a very long term investment where you work on it for a while and then you eventually have a really big payoff. And the payoff at the end is having, you know, in my case, having a map people can go to and visit, and I could go hang out with people there. Um, or and also in the case of like if I'm doing map commissions and it's like, okay, well I'm getting fully paid for my work and this person gets a nice map they can use. Yeah, I'll be honest, I think for the longest time I just never really felt like doing map commissions. I think it was because I didn't want to monetize my hobby. Like I wanted to just do it for fun. Like I just wanted to, you know, chill and just do do, you know what I mean? Um, but I think when I talked with Legends, like I kind of realized that, you know, I could like I think it was a combination of like talking with Legends and then also kind of my like current life predicament, which I mean most of you guys probably already know about. Um, but like I think there was definitely something that kind of was in me that I was like, you know what, I think it's probably worth giving it a try. Even if it doesn't like work out, it's probably worth trying because I'm at the point now where I can actually make stuff. The fuck is going on with this? Sorry, I didn't mean to curse. I'm just like this edge is being really weird. Okay, there you go. Now it worked. Um, but I'm at the point where like I actually can get shit done, like in terms of 3D modeling from scratch. And that opens up a lot of possibilities because, you know, that means you don't have to go through you don't like if you can actually, you know, monetize your own work because it's your work and you can monetize what you make. Um, but also just because like you have creative liberties and it could be your own thing and whatnot, and like there's a lot of benefits to it. Um, but yeah, I mean like the whole point of like making a livelihood from doing this would be very interesting. I would definitely be up for giving it a try. And I think I've gotten to the point where it's like, you know, I still like doing it as a hobby, and I won't deny that it's very fun as a hobby, but you know, at the end of the day it's like, oh, shit, I got bills to pay. It's like I mean, I'm still trying to get a job, so don't get me wrong guys. I'm still looking, but man, it it ain't looking too good. So, oh gosh, how am I gonna it's it's looking kind of not epic right now in terms of job prospects. Not to say that I don't qualify for these jobs I'm applying for. It's just that none of them seem to want to bite. I'm still looking though. I'm still looking. So it's just a waiting game, I guess, to try and find a good one. So this is probably not how this is supposed to look like. I'm gonna be honest. It's like way too far forward. That's why. Uh, but the thing is, like, if you don't take the gamble, then you never really know. So like for all you know, it could work out. You just haven't tried it. So until you give it a try, you might as well. I am definitely nervous. If I were to take on a commission, I think the first one I do, I'd be very very nervous. Because it's just one of those things where you know money's involved, and when money's involved, it's like it's much more of a serious deal. Um, so yeah. Also, God, does that look okay? That looks alright, I think. I think it looks weird because there's no boundary on the corner yet, but there will be. Okay, we kind of resolved our little corner issue. I just remembered that I just have to do one more thing, which is I just need to. Oh God, how am I gonna do this? Shoot. Sorry, one sec. I might have to fix some topology. There we go. You never know without trying. Yep. Yep. You're right about that. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to do something like this. There you go. Yeah. I'm just still trying to think about like my thought process for it. I don't know. I guess like maybe because of my whole economic situation, it is definitely just one of those things that feels like it's much more appealing now. Um Also one sec, is there an edge right here? Well, also like, you know, just thinking about career opportunities and stuff, and I'm just kind of sitting here like, I've oh gosh, we got some freaking weird geometry happening here, folks. One sec. We gotta cleanse some of this bad geometry because that is bad. There we go. Like, give me a moment here. I'm just gonna quickly correct this. I do wonder who the first person would be to commission me. I imagine it would be a random person, probably. No, probably not. It'd probably be a community member. It'd probably be someone in the community or something on those lines, because someone who might already know who I am, who's like, oh, I know Wildclaw. He's a legitimate creator. There's someone them lines. How does that look, actually? Oh, did my music cut off? Whoops. There you go, guys. Sorry. I was like, why did it get quiet all of a sudden? Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take. Yeah, we're just quickly gonna do this. There you go. Well, actually, this one requires me to. Oh no, wait. Actually, this is fine. Yeah, we can do it like this. Yeah. I'm gonna put pillars on the edges anyway. So. Uh, I know there was something with the Dalek HQ that I was potentially going to do. They one of their, I think some of the others there mentioned something in passing about wanting to commission someone who knows how to do like Unity to set up a world for them. And I was like, oh yeah, I could do that. Like I know how to do Unity, so they didn't want me to like 3D model or anything. I think they just wanted me to do the Unity part, which I found very interesting that they had an issue where they had people who knew how to do Blender and model and animate and particles, but they didn't have someone in their community who knew how to make a world, like set up a world in VR chat. Kind of took me by surprise. I was like, I didn't think about that, because like most of the time when I hear about people in VR chat, it's always like people only want to stay in Unity and they don't want to touch Blender. It's always like that, which is why you get like a lot of tools that are custom built for doing stuff in, you know, Unity and stuff, like in Unity and whatnot. So like that was an interesting observation, if I do say so myself. So, well, that is the wrong entranceway. Yeah, there's a lot of avatar tools now for doing stuff in Unity versus doing it in Blender, which makes sense because I can understand a lot of people where it's like Blender is a very intimidating tool if you don't know what you're doing. Like very much just it could be a kind of a spooky tool. Like I'll be honest with you. It's it can kind of just not be the most like friendly tool if you don't know what you're doing. It definitely takes like work and time to really understand how to use Unity. I mean Blender. So for me, like Blender was kind of tricky at first. I think as I did more avatar stuff in VR chat, I learned about Blender more and more, and especially with my world as well. Like I eventually got to the point where I just was like pushing myself to do stuff from scratch. Like yeah, there was definitely a point where I just started like doing things more so from scratch, because I was like, okay, time to take the dive. Let's try it out. Like I remember when Blender 2.8 came out. This was like what, 2018, 2019? It was like how long ago was that? It would have been at least 2019. Yeah, it was not 2018. It was 2019 or 20. No, it was definitely 2019, I think. But Blender 2.8 came out, and Blender 2.8 was like the UI overhaul, because everyone, I think a lot of people when they started out VR chat, when I started it out, they were using Blender 2.79 because that was the current version. And the UI for 2.79 fucking sucked. I'm not going to even sugarcoat the sheer fact that UI was actual dog water. That it was garbage. It was terrible. I hated it. But the UI for 2.8 was so much better. But everything was kind of all over the place. They had like rearranged things, so you kind of had to relearn how to use Blender at that point if you were going to go from 2.79 to 2.8, or at least getting like relearning your shortcuts and how some things work. And I remember I worked on a map update for the Wanderer as an excuse to learn 2.8. It was the cave update, the that initial like the big cave update that we had for a long time. That was my excuse for working in 2.8, was to do that, and that's how I learned how to use it. So if you have a pretty solid reason for learning a new tool, you can usually push through any sort of like issues with not knowing how it works. And yeah, time to sit down, especially if you're working all day and stuff, it's rough. I think the reason I was kind of able to get into learning this stuff was because I was in college at the time, and like I had time like outside of college to do stuff. So, well, I think like you can still learn it even if you're in a full-time job. Like it's just, you just gotta have to motivate yourself. That's all. Like it's definitely doable. You really just gotta, you know, you really just gotta like, you know, do it. So, and yeah, like I understand. I think I knew someone. I think I knew someone a while back who was very adamant about he was okay. So he was very adamant about teaching people how to use Avatar stuff, but in 2.79 instead of 2.8 Blender. Like if anyone ever asked for like help with Avatar setup, he would walk them through the process, but he would use 2.79 instead of like the later versions. And I remember uh there was a little bit of criticism towards him because it was like you probably shouldn't teach people how to like do Avatar stuff in like the older versions of Blender. Like Blender is much better now with the newer UI. It's a little bit easier to understand. And I know he got mad about that because people were like, some people were telling him like it's probably not a good idea to teach people how to use like 2.79 when 2.8 is a thing. Um, and I really can't stress enough like the shift from 2.79 to 2.8 was a massive shift. It was like the UI was completely overhauled. Like 2.79 Blender is like looks like very old Blender, like old Blender UI. 2.8 was like it modernized. It got like it got with the jam, you know what I mean? Like it actually modernized and actually looked much better. Even now, even today, like the Blender UI you see right here, like this UI you see right here that I'm using, this is like 2.8 plus UI, and it's just been iterated on. But like this nice like layout, the way all this stuff looks, the way the buttons look, like all this stuff is like 2.8 like changes. That's probably why people that's probably why the person kept teaching in 2.7 all the hotkey stuff changed. It's a pain to figure. Yeah, it's a pain to figure out the hotkeys, but it's like it's worth learning. I will stand by the fact that learning 2.8 from 2.79 was worth it because 2.8 just is better. It's the UI looks better. It's just so much more organized compared to the mess that it's 2.8. I mean 2.79. I'm just sorry, I'm all over the place. Um uh sorry, I just have to like specify that cuz oh man, it's worth it. Like I understand like with hotkeys and stuff, but it's only like I mean, it depends on how many hotkeys you have. I use quick favorites. I don't know if you can see my little quick favorites menu here, but I highly utilize quick favorites for all my stuff. Like man, I go crazy with it. Like edit mode has its own quick favorites. Object mode has its own quick favorites. Like I've set these up myself with stuff that I always use. So um like listen, I can sympathize. Like learning something new is a pain. And sometimes you just don't have the energy. You just do not have the mental willpower to sit down and teach yourself how to do something new. Like I get that. I understand. It's something I have to deal with too because I want to learn how to do like Yuku Paint. But the problem with Yuku Paint is like I have to sit down and really learn how to use it. And oh my gosh. Also, if it's Avatar stuff, then they could also do it to Cats plugin because with 2.0 updates, there was a lot of confusion about which ones to use. The original Cats plugin. Oh yeah, I heard about the Cats plugin stuff. I don't know about Cats plugin in the time of 2.79 to 2.8. I think back then it was fine, but I think nowadays like the Cats plugin is kind of fucking all over the place. I did hear about that too actually. I heard I did hear about how the Cats plugin was basically abandoned and there's like different forks of it now. There was someone I was talking to during New Year's Eve that was talking about like having their own version of Cats that they made. Um, yeah, I think I still have like my OG downloaded Cats plugin somewhere. I don't use see the thing is I only use Cats plugin for one thing, and that's for merging armatures. Cats plugin just has like a really good merge armature feature, like that actually works really well. And that's like the only reason. That's the only thing I use in Cats plugin anymore. I don't do anything else in Cats plugin because I have no reason to, because I've kind of like moved on from that. Um, like I can do pretty much everything that Cats can do myself. I think the one thing that Cats plugin would be pretty good for is like if you're setting up an MMD model, like yes, like it still could be pretty good for that. But I don't really find myself doing that anymore. If I'm setting up a model, it's usually a booth model, and those are already kind of built to be worked with in VR chat, instead of the abominations that are MMD models with all their like bones and stuff. Oh god, don't get me started on fucking Zenless Zone Zero 3D models. Man, have you guys seen the armature on the fucking Zenless Zone Zero models? It's crazy. It's really good, but like, oh, it's so much. There's so much there. Oh my god. Oh, you're talking about the translate feature, right? Okay, that's true. Okay, I'll give props where it's due. Cats also is really good for just translating the shape keys. Yes, you are correct. I can concede that. But I'm also never really working with models that have like names in Japanese and stuff. I guess like maybe aside from Noah, like the model I'm using right now, but it was never really an issue. Um, I don't know. The thing is with the cats plugin, like at this point, there's only a few select things in it that I use, and I would rather just have those be separate. Like, I would rather they just be like separate, like plugins for those individual things, like the merge armature and then the shape key translation. Yeah, because I at this point everything else is just not really something I use. So, but then again, I'm someone that does things manually because I know how to do it manually. So I kind of can just that's kind of just something I can do. So I don't exactly blame people for not, you know, for I don't exactly blame people for oh gosh, see it's going to the fucking wall now. One sec. Sorry, one second. Let me quickly fix this. I don't know. I mean, Cat's plugin still has its uses, depending on who you are. But for me, no, not really, not anymore. It used to though, and I won't ever forget the benefit and help that Cat's plugin was, because without Cat's plugin, I feel like I wouldn't have gotten into Avatar stuff as much as I did. Um, like Cat's plugin was kind of the reason I was even able to do fucking avatars in the first place. Because you could just throw the model into there, and then it was just like bada bing, bada boom. You've got yourself a working model now. So, or at least for the most part, that's how it worked. So, it's a damn good tool, I will say, for what it did and has done. Is it perfect? Probably not, but damn, did it do a pretty good fucking job at it did a pretty fucking good job at helping people along with their 3D models and stuff, because without it, I feel like a lot of people probably wouldn't have been able to do their 3D models properly. And you know what? Yeah. So as long as you use the features that work, it's perfect. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. That's pretty much the synopsis I would also come to as well. But then again, like I said, cats is something of the past for me. I no longer need cats or use it, so it's no longer something that I rely on. I won't ever forget it though. But that's just how it is when you're just like me, where you just keep working, when you just keep doing like Avatar and World stuff, and you just learn Blender, and you get to the point where it's like, okay, you could just do all this stuff yourself. You don't like having add-ons is still really nice for things to do, but the thing, I don't know, like the thing with the cats plugin is just like it worked for a specific kind of model, because like back in the early days of VR chat when I was playing, I would always do like MMD models because I wanted like an anime model, right? And that's like the only place I could really find anime models was with the MMD stuff. Nowadays, you can just go onto Booth and you could just get yourself a nice anime avatar legally, I might add, legally. Um, and it'll mostly just be set up and ready to go, and you don't have to touch anything. I mean, obviously, if you want to like set up your own stuff on the model, then yeah, that's maybe. But most of the time, you didn't even need to use cats or Blender. You could just nowadays you could just throw it in the VR chat and it should just work. Probably much easier now for people to do to get like a nice model versus how it was back then, where it wasn't really much there. Like you had like if you wanted an anime model in VR chat, there was the Unity-chan, and that was like the only public one that was closely anime. Other than that, I mean, you had Avatar Worlds and it might have them. A lot of them didn't though. Back at least in the early days, I think like after I stopped going to Publix as much, I think that's when it all started kind of like picking up more with the anime avatars. Your one-stop resource for like anime avatars was like MMD models. Like that was kind of the big thing. Like because those are the ones that you could access, download, and then you just put them through Cat's plugin and they just work. Like boom, you're done. Like the Cat's plugin was kind of what streamlined being able to actually use MMD models. Because if the Cat's plugin did not exist, I guarantee you a lot of those MMD models would have never made it to VR chat, because I don't think most of the people are going to sit down and really manually do it. And some people, I mean, I imagine there were people that had to manually do it before cats was a thing, but that was like way before the game even popped off. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's definitely something. Sorry, let me look at my reference real quick. I don't know. I don't want to get too like rose tinted goggles with the old days of VR chat. I know one of my friends is very much like he's very much into like into the old days of VR chat thought, where he like wishes he could go back. And part of me kind of like understands where he's coming from, but a part of me is also like, I don't know, man. Like, I'll be real with you. I think VR chat's in a better place now than it's ever been. Personally, like that's my personal opinion. I think VR chat now is just like better than it's ever been. And I say that because there's just so many more tools now built into the game that are like keep you safe. It's much safer now than it was back then. There's more people now than ever, which I mean that could be a good or bad thing depending on who you are. It's just I don't know. Like it's just like the tools. There's more tools available now. Booth is a thing, so it's much easier to get like a nice avatar you like. Like the foundation has been set, the building has been built. It's all there. Um, and I just think the game's better now than it's ever been. Now, do I think the game still has issues? Yeah, totally. I mean, the game. When is the game not going to have issues? You know what I mean? Um, but I still think that inevitably, the game is just better off like now than it was before. And I'm gonna keep saying that because like at the end of the day, I think that's just true. Like it's kind of just that's just how it is. Like, um, I mean, I still run into issues even nowadays with people in VR chat causing issues, but it's definitely not as much as it was before. So sorry, I'm trying to like space these out a little bit. Okay, here I'm gonna do. I don't know. I don't know what else to really say on that point. Just I just think the game is better than it's yeah. Especially, I mean, like, okay, I will concede the point that a lot of the really good features we have now didn't really come to pass until after the controversy with EAC happened. Like, honestly, like there's you can kind of view things in like a pre and post EAC update because a lot of things kind of happened in rapid succession after EAC happened. Like, I mean, earmuffs. Oh gosh, like, what I don't. The earmuffs is the big one that I can remember because earmuffs was like the biggest thing that affected me about the whole post EAC update was they actually finally added the ability to like distance and stuff. I don't remember when groups came out. Groups came out, I think, after EIC. There was a period with group instances where there wasn't public groups. Like, we were kind of stuck still doing publics for a while because when the group update first came out, group publics weren't a thing. So you couldn't do a group public instance for a while, and I thought, I was like, oh, that sucks. But nowadays we have group instances, and it makes it much more safe. It's much safer now, which is awesome, in my opinion. Honestly, yeah, God, geez, like group instances have been such a freaking boon. Like, it's great. It's like I feel so much more comfortable actually like bartending in like non-wanderer bars because now I can actually deal with people. Because beforehand it was like, oh, you wanna kick this person from your instance, we have to do a vote kick. And good luck seeing if that actually goes through properly. Like half the time it doesn't. So good fucking luck with that. Yeah. It's nice just being able to instantly kick someone. And I know people are like, oh, power trip, power trip. It's like, no. I mean, if you're a bad person, yeah, but I mean, the whole point is like you trust the people that are running the instance to be fair, and if they power trip, then you just leave and they lose. So, and trust me, when I kick people from like the Wanderer, I'm not power tripping. Like I genuinely don't want to have to do it, but if I get to the point where I kick someone, it's just like, okay, I've viewed this person as a as an issue. Like this is something that could spiral a little bit out of control if I don't do something about it. So I need to deal with this now before it gets any worse, and that's usually how it goes. So don't really wish I didn't have to, but like sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess. It do be like that sometimes. I mean, I remember yeah. I don't know what else to say on that point. That's about all I gotta say. Let's see, do something like this, but then give it a little bit more girth. Yeah. Oh man, I don't know. Like I said, I am nostalgic for the old days, but I don't think I would trade it for what we have now. Like I like what we have now. I think what would make me more nostalgic is more so the fact of like how I felt when I first started VR, because man, oh my gosh, the first time I put on my VR headset was a magical experience. Um I think a lot of people might relate to me with this, but like I remember when I got my Oculus Rift headset and I put it on and I did like that cool little like intro thing with the robot throwing disc at you in like the space rover. Oh, that was so cool. I remember like that was the first time I did VR too, so it was like a hell of an experience. And then I remember going into VR chat and I think it was the fact that it was the first time I had ever done VR coupled with playing a new thing for the first time that really sold the experience for me. Like it just felt like a whole different ballpark. Um like it was quite something, I'll be honest. I don't think I could ever really replicate that feeling unless like there was a new medium, if you know what I mean. Cuz kind of hard to really recreate that charm, you know what I mean? It was definitely something that I don't think could be replicated. Like the first time you do something crazy like that, it's a hell of a feeling. And I remember too, because like I remember the only reason I had the money to actually afford the headset was because I had I think it was like the year prior I had done my like during the summer I had done a job and I saved the money I got from that. And yeah, so that there's definitely a point where like if I hadn't have gotten that job a lot, oh man, dude, if I hadn't have gotten that freaking Janitor job, man. I think a lot of things would have been different. Oh, I don't even want to think about it. Because the money from that job really helped out later down the line. Like, oh gosh, like there was quite a few things that uh there's quite a few things that ended up happening that the money really helped me out with, and also the fact that I was able to afford my first VR headset because of that too. Like if I hadn't have gotten that job and the money from it, I would not have been sitting here with a VR headset. I would have still been like on desktop and stuff for a while. Actually, if I hadn't had the money then, I wouldn't have had the money at all until I had like I would, oh my god, I would have been like desktop for a super fucking long time, honestly, because I did not have the money. um yeah, I would not have had the money at all to afford a headset until like 2019, because that's when I think I got out of college and I actually got a job. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. This fucking sucks. God damn it. Uh, the problem with this is that like this is slanted, but then this is slanted. I need. I maybe I don't need to have a. Oh shoot! I am gonna delete that too. Sorry. Give it that. We might keep that like that for now. Because honestly, it looks worse if I put something on it. I don't know. Yeah, no, wait. Okay, wait. So, actually, sorry for the timeline. Um, I got my Oculus VR headset in 2017, the end of 2017. And by that point, I had already amassed like money from a job the previous year. Now, if I were to not have that, if I were to not have that job, if I didn't get that job, um, sorry, one sec. If I were not to have gotten that job and not had the money, um, God, what else would I have not been able to afford? It's rough to say. Um, it's rough to say. No, 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 no. Okay, so because when I was in high school, I got a job during the summer that got me the money I needed to get the headset a year and a half later. I wouldn't have been able to get the headset, which means I would have been playing VR chat and desktop, and I would have been wishing I had a VR headset. So, but then I would have already had started college at that point, and I wasn't able to get a job doing college. So I would have just had no money. Like I would have just like been fucked because I would not have been able to get a headset, and I didn't have the money saved up to get it. So there could have been a very real possibility where I would have just been desktop claw for like a very long time. Um like a very, very long time. Yeah, desktop claw. That would have been me for quite a while, actually. Which I feel like if I was stuck to desktop in VR chat, I feel like there would have been a very real possibility I would have just stopped playing after a while. Um well, actually no. I think I would have kept with VR chat for a while. I think VR really helped me stay with it longer, but I do feel like if I had been stuck to desktop in the earlier days, I probably wouldn't have stuck around as long as I did. Then again, the reason I stuck around for this long is because I met a really good group of friends, and that's kind of what kept me here. But definitely like because I was stuck in desktop VR for about I was stuck in like desktop VR chat for about oh gosh, probably not. It was probably just like a week, I think, or two. Because like I remember, I actually remember because I remember playing for like 3 days, and then I was like, okay, I want a VR headset. Like that's it, I'm sold. And then I bought an Oculus Rift, and then it came not too long afterwards. So there was probably at least a week and a half or so, or like a week where I was just in desktop, and then I got my headset, and then I started playing in VR. Because by New Year's Eve 2017, I was in VR. So I was alone too. God, yeah. Actually, I remember New Year's Eve 2017. I was by myself, but then I met like a group of people that I hung out with for a few weeks afterwards, and then we kind of went our separate ways. And then that's when I met the covered people. Um, but yeah, back in the early days, I was somewhat on my own for a bit, and then I was like, I remember being part of a group for a bit, but it wasn't until I met the covered folks that I really like connected with a group of people that I stuck with for a very long time. Like I'm still friends with them to this day. That's the thing. Um, ooh, wonder how much would have changed if I had met those people. I think a lot of things would have been different. I definitely would. Probably wouldn't have been in keeping, to be honest. Yeah, no, I definitely would not have been in keeping. Um, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of like the ramifications of that. Uh, let's see. Wild lore. Oh yeah, yeah. Maybe I haven't talked about this much on stream, to be honest, but yeah, no, I started playing VR chat around December 20th, 2017, roughly. And then for a week I was in desktop, and then I got a VR headset, and then I was playing in VR until I was playing in VR for New Year's Eve 2017. Yeah, the early days of my VR chat stuff, like during that like during those last few weeks of 2017, were like I was definitely jumping around. I was usually by myself most of the time. I was usually just going to worlds and talking with some people, world hopping and stuff. And I know, I actually, fun story. When I was in desktop VR, I used to go to the Great Bug and just sit in one of the stalls and just talk to people. And I would just sit there for hours waiting for people to come up and talk to me. But when I got my headset, I tried doing the same thing, and I remember sitting down and I was like, "There's no way I could just sit in this chair for hours in VR. Like, I gotta get out there. I gotta fucking explore. Like, I was like, I can't sit in this stall. Like, I have to do something. I have to be moving around. I have to be like, like you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So after that, that's when I really started world hopping, exploring more in VR. And then I think that was kind of when I stopped really hanging out in the pug as much. Actually, no, that's not true. I still went to the pug even in VR, but it was a bit different because I wasn't like sitting around all day. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, it just depends. So, but yeah, and then New Year's Eve happened 2017. I remember I was at the VR Chat Times Square World. I ended up meeting like a group of people. Um, I ended up meeting a pretty nice group of people. Like they were pretty chill. And they kind of became like my friends group for a bit, but then kind of went our separate ways after a while. Um, oh, that was the wrong button. I think there was a group of people I met on New Year's Eve 2017, and then 2018 came around, and I hung out with them for about 2 or 3 weeks, and then I kind of went my separate ways after that. There wasn't any like issues or anything like that. In fact, some of those people I still talk to you. I think it was more so like I kind of just stopped. I personally just stopped hanging out with them. I kind of just went my own separate way. Um, yeah. In hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have done. Well, yeah, but after that, I kind of like I think it was like late January 2018. I was basically just I remember vividly, like I was at the point where I was doing nothing but world hopping in VR chat. Like I wasn't even going to like public worlds. I was like just in my own instances, just hopping around in worlds. And I remember I remember kind of thinking to myself, like, maybe this is it. Like, maybe I'm just gonna stop playing because I'm just like not really feeling it. Like, I was by myself and I was just world hopping, right? Um, and then I remember actually what happened. I was like one day when I was world hopping, I came across a world in the new listing called the Cupboard, and I went to go visit it by myself. And I walked around and I was like, oh, this is pretty okay. And I didn't stay for very long, and then I left. And then I was looking through my friends list to see who I could join off of, because I still had people I would like join off of and talk to. And I saw one of my friends, Reza, was online, and she was actually at the Cupboard. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, this is a map I was at earlier today. Wait, let me actually go there and see what's going on. So I went and I visited Reza, said hi, and then that's when I met Elsie, my friend Elsie. I met him through Reza, and he was the creator of the Cupboard and such, if you're curious who Elsie is. And that's how I ended up meeting Elsie, because I had friended Reza back in December, and because of her, I met him, and because of him, I met a lot of my other close friends who were all there at the Cupboard. Um, which, oh gosh, wait, so like Elsie I met Elsie I met at the Cupboard that day, and then we became friends, and I started like joining on him and hanging out with him more. Um, why I met shortly after, I think I met, actually, funny enough, I think I ran into Y at a Komodo Friends World, actually, ironically enough. Around the same time period, like after I had met Elsie, I think me, Elsie, and some others were world hopping, and we went to like a Komodo Friends World or something, and Y was there randomly because it was like a public instance or something. And Y was there as like a giant Boss Chan avatar. And then Y just kind of followed us. And then I remember Y just started hanging out with us after that. And I met Sample through Y because Sample was Y's friend at that time, and Sample came on the VR chat because of Y. Um, so that's how I met Sample. Um, BTR, I met BTR through Elsie. Yeah, I met BTR through Elsie because I was introduced to BTR through Elsie. Yeah. And then because of these people, I was introduced to other people through them. So it's kind of like a chain, like a cascading reaction, like a chain reaction of meeting people because I met them through other people. So kind of just how that usually goes. Um, and then yeah, I met a lot of people through the innkeeping, which I wouldn't have done the innkeeping if I hadn't had made the Wanderer, and I wouldn't have made the Wanderer if I had never went to the Cupboard. So yeah, there's a lot of things that could have been very, very, very different if I had just not done something or not met someone. If I had never met Reza, I would have never went to the Cupboard to meet Elsie. And if I had never met Elsie, I would have never met any of my current friends I have now, which means I never would have been inspired to work on the Wanderer, which means I never would have gotten into streaming and such, and I never would have gotten into innkeeping. And because of that, I never would have met a lot of people I am currently friends with now, because I never would have started innkeeping. And I don't know where the hell I would be if I hadn't have done innkeeping, to be honest. I don't know what I would have been up to, because I probably wouldn't have. Creatively speaking, like the VR chat was the reason I kind of got into 3D modeling like this, and if I hadn't have had that like motivation, I don't think I ever would have like gotten this far into 3D modeling and stuff and being able to do stuff like this. So yeah, I kind of owe some people my utmost gratitude, because without them, I would not have been this far. So yeah. Yeah, no, there's certain points in your life you can like point at and be like, if this had been different, everything would have changed. Like it's very easy to kind of point at those moments. They definitely do exist. Um, it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly where, but they definitely do exist. And I know for me at least, there's definitely a couple. So, mm, I'm trying to think of like what I would have done if things had been different. Um, if I never had met Reza, which means I never would have met Elsie, I never would have went to the cupboard and met them and then became friends with them, and then that would have led me down the path of making my own content. Um God, I don't know. I couldn't really say, because like if I had quit VR chat like early 2018 after not finding a friends group, I probably would have just gone back to playing Warcraft or playing Ark, to be honest. I might have gotten back into playing Ark Survival Evolved at that point, and then I would have just stuck with that, or I would have gotten back into WoW. And since I was in college, I would have like found something to do. Or hell, maybe I would have kept playing VR chat, and then I would have eventually found a group of people to hang out with. Who knows? Maybe I would have found a separate group. There's just like so much that I would not know. Like I don't know what would be too different, because it's just so much that would be different. Because like my whole entire like paradigm right now is built off of those events happening, and if they didn't happen, then I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Things would have, it just would have been crazy. It's crazy to like even try and like rationalize it for a moment. Like it's kind of insane just how much would have been different. I don't think I would have had it any other way though. I think the chain of events that have happened that have led me to my current path have been pretty good, and I feel like I would not trade that for the world. Uh, so yeah, I think I'm fine sticking with what I currently got. Could it have been better? Yeah. I mean, anything could have been better. Everything could be always be better. You never know. I'm flying right by the just collide. Yeah. You know, it's crazy to try and like think about just how much could be different if something didn't happen. Like it really makes your mind boggle. So I'm gonna finish up these roof fixtures, and then we're probably gonna stop because I kind of want to go make a pizza and just go relax the rest of the day. And plus, I might go play some Marvel Rivals with Elsie, maybe. Marvel Rivals, by the way, good game. I think I said that earlier on the stream, but oh, did I just click something? Whoopsie. I'm so sorry. I thought I turned on shield mode on accident for a second there. Whoopsie. But no, genuinely good game. Very fun. Definitely had a blast playing it. Highly recommend. So I was like it really like I'm not really a competitive gaming person. I really am not. Like honestly, I'll be real with you guys. I am definitely not a competitive player. I don't really like competing with people. I honestly let people win most of the time cuz like I like seeing people succeed. Uh but Marvel Rivals is very fun with friends. So, I definitely would recommend if you ever get the chance. It's definitely a lot of fun. Those are free, so yeah. Oh man, speaking of games, gosh, what am I even gonna be playing these days? I mean, I still have a bunch of games I have to play through, obviously. Um, like I do still have quite a bit of games in the backlog that need to be dusted off and finished. That's definitely a thing. I don't know how I feel about this looking like this. Can I just take this whole thing and just shrink this down just by a little bit? Yeah, there we go. Uh, I don't know. It's hard to think about the future and like what's going to be happening. I just kind of do what I do now. So, will I ever be famous? Probably not. I kind of like not being famous. I mean, it's nice to have like, notoriety, but sometimes that can also bring its own issues. Oh yeah, Never mind. God, I forgot what I was gonna say. We'll do it like that, I think. Wait, can I? Oh gosh, I gotta turn off. Wait, there you go. I don't know. It's nice to get reminiscent. So I get late night like this. I just like I get kind of lost in thought. So please forgive me. So God, this like this edge is gonna bother me, and I wish I could cover it up, but it would look weird like for it slanting down to hit this. Now I have to cover this up because this area is fucking awful. So that has to stay there. Um, and then honestly, I should probably make the scope a bit more like that. Yeah. But it does look really sloppy though. Ugh. I do want to cover this up, but I feel like I feel like I'd make like a really small I could try something actually. Wait. What if we do a really small cylinder? You guys will see what I'm talking about in a second here. Isn't too big, but like and these sorts of things are going to require a bit of finessing. Boggle. I gotta stop saying that. Sorry, guys. Is that kind of working? Is that close? There we go. Oh man. As for things I'm looking forward to this year, oh gosh, I don't really have any games that are coming out that I'm excited for except for like Kyoru, the dinosaur one. That one looked pretty good. That one, I don't know what the to-do date for that is, but I'll definitely play it when it comes out because it looked very fun. Very, very fun. Um, yeah, not really many games I'm excited for. Now, what I am excited for is potentially being able to move out this year if everything works out in my favor, which I do not know if that is going to be the case because, frankly, uh, everything's working out in my favor would mean me getting money coming in, which would probably tie into the commission stuff working out. So no guarantees about that. So, but it would be nice to get my own place. I actually found out, I totally forgot, in my closet I have a rice cooker that's still in its box because I was gifted a rice cooker from my family. Um and like I still live here, so like we have a rice cooker here, so I haven't taken this one out of the box yet, but I forgot that, oh right, if I move out, I'll have a rice cooker that I can just use. So that's nice. That's nice. Which, by the way, rice cooker is great. Highly recommend you get a rice cooker. They're really good. Like I feel like if I'm gonna live on my own, I would very much like a rice cooker because they are just very good at what they do. I wonder if I should do like the blocks on the top or just have like little cylinders like this, like little divots. Might be worth pursuing, but I might take a break here actually in a moment. Yeah, I think what did I get done today? Here, I'll write out my tweet because I always like doing I want to do the devlog tweet, so I want to make another devlog tweet on Twitter. One sec. Let's see. Devlog day 8. Okay, so this is the 9th day I've worked on stuff. Okay. Yeah, that would make sense because the other 4 days would have been weekends. Okay. So this is devlog day 9. Okay. So devlog day 9. I streamed a bit of this work, but I polished up some of the sliding doors, worked on reworking the roof a bit, and sized down the entire building. Still a ways to go, but it is a start. Yeah, I've been doing a devlog on Twitter where I just like catalog what I've worked on for the day, for the map, because it's just really nice to do that. So yeah, and then I'll sit down and I'll just take like a few screenshots here, like this one. Thank you. Nope, don't save it there. Thank you. I'm not too happy with the roof, but it's a start. So honestly, the roof is gonna irritate me. I think it looks bad because it's not textured, but I don't know if I'm okay with this like cylinder being like this because it just looks so off. This whole corner is just gonna look so off. I mean, hell, I could just leave it without anything and just leave it like that, and I don't think people would complain. I'm not gonna spend too much time mulling over the roof because I need to focus on other parts of the map as well. Like for instance, I need to like we got some good work done. We got like this stuff done, yeah. Yeah. We what did we get done? We got the doors kind of going, which I did some of that off stream as well, so I'm really happy with that. And then we kind of were tweaking all this area, which honestly I need to tweak it even more, but I'm kind of getting to the point where I kind of want to just throw this whole front area out and just redo it. And then that's really about it. We just work on the roof and stuff. Yeah, like I still like this area will be more detail work later. This area is pretty much fine. I really just need to sit down and kind of start fleshing out this area some more, put in the walls that I want to and the fixtures. Also, I have to fix these fixtures up here as well because I need to make them similar to the ones downstairs. So yeah, so I still have to go do all that as well, but that's fine because what's going to happen is once I get the general layout done with the modeling of the building, I will probably start working on either texturing or I will start working on the more detailed assets, which I think I'll probably do texturing first. Like actually getting this textured and into Unity, and then I can maybe sit down and like set up the environment and stuff. That would be cool because then I could do the detailed assets in another phase of modeling. So like take a break from modeling after I finish this and go work on like getting it textured and working on the environment in Unity. And then I could sit down and start working on the more detailed assets, which is probably what I'm going to do anyway because I think that would look really nice. So yeah, like honestly, I feel like it's coming along really nicely so far. I'm really happy with it. It still has a long ways to go. Oh, I gotta fix the staircase being kind of like that. To be honest, yeah, I gotta go do that. But yeah, I think it's still got a ways to go, especially making the roof look nice. Cause my God, but I am going to keep pushing forward. Oh, man, I am happy I got the webcam in at least. Be able to VTube like this. It's very nice, very fun. Got how much I enjoy doing it. So I probably won't jump scare you guys with any more random dev streams for a bit, because like tomorrow I'm probably gonna just work on stuff, and then I'm gonna watch a friend stream tomorrow night, and then obviously Wednesday is bartending. Thursday is also the same thing as Tuesday, and then Friday is innkeeping, and then Saturday is my relaxed day. Yeah. Unless I just spontaneously stream, which I probably won't. So don't stress too much about trying to catch the spontaneous streams. if anything, if anything, if I was gonna do a dev stream, it'd be either Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday. So, and that all depends on how I feel at the time. So, I'm not too sure though. We'll see. But anyway, I think I will probably stop there actually. Let's save that real quick. Can I get you guys on the screen here real quick? One sec. There we go. Ah, well, I am going to stop there for now. Because I would like to take a break from modeling. It's not perfect. Oh, I gotta send the tweet too, actually. One sec here. Let me send the tweet real quick and then we'll stop. I've actually had, I think, Japanese people actually liking my tweet, and I found that very interesting because I didn't really tag it as a Japanese tag, so found that kind of cool. I mean, hopefully it'll look a lot nicer once it's more, you know, fleshed out and stuff, but you know, until then, yeah. Let me just get these photos set up real quick here. Oh yeah, thank you to the people who voted in the poll, by the way, on Twitter for me wanting to do these streams again. I had a feeling you guys would be receptive to me doing dev streams, but I just wanted to make sure, so probably would have still done them anyway, even if people said no. So you know, I honestly, this year has been very interesting so far because I've kind of been keeping a schedule in the sense of like I have a morning routine that I follow now, which beforehand I wasn't really doing much in the morning. I was kind of just waking up and getting on my computer. But now I have like a morning routine of like I wake up, I do stuff on my computer still, but like I wake up, I do my Bing rewards dailies, I do my Zenless dailies, and then I write in my daily diary, which I have been keeping a daily diary, and I've actually liked that I've been doing that because it's really nice to reflect on my thoughts previously. So like for the past, like since New Year's Day, I've been keeping a daily diary, and I'm hoping to keep consistent with it because last year I kind of flubbed it and I kind of stopped doing my daily diary towards the end of January. So hopefully this year I can actually stick with it. But it's been really helping. So, and also just working on a little bit every day and taking breaks on the weekend and stuff. So that's been pretty good. So hopefully I can get the map kind of going. Hopefully by the end of February. I'm really excited about how it turns out though. Anyway, I'm gonna jump off because my brain is starting to fry a little bit. So you guys take care. I'll see you guys probably Wednesday, hopefully for bartending. I'm gonna try not to cancel again. So yeah, so you guys have a good one. Bye bye.